Hey folks, thanks for joining me on this behind the scenes bonus process video. This is under the looping category. I have a lot of videos on looping because that's what I do when I play solo guitar. Often I do a hybrid, kind of a mix of some live looping along with just pure solo guitar, no looping. I was at my bar gig the other day before my leg injury that I occurred, and somebody there had requested or asked if I knew Chris Isaak's Wicked Game, and I was like, actually I don't, and I felt embarrassed because I try to play things on the spot. I mean, mainly I'm playing jazz and Latin, some classic rock sometimes, but that one's such an easy song, and easy in some ways, and can be challenging. So um, basically, I'm learning it, and I've got my loop pedal here, and I've already kind of um, started it. It's a three chord song, so this is what the lesson is on today. Chris Isaak's Wicked Game. It's a three chord song. It's B minor. I'm gonna do it in Chris Isaak's key. We'll watch and play along with him for even extra practice. But yeah, B minor, A, and E for 2 bars. Again, B minor, and that's the whole song. I love songs like this that are just so easy, chord progression wise. You can just loop it. I've got my loop pedal on right below me, so let me just get ready for this. I'm just doing a simple strum pattern: 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, and 4. Very folky, very laid back. 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. When I said here we go, I clicked on my loop, and I'm going to click on it again, and there it is. Let's see how it sounds. And again, you can practice that to get that down. Hopefully it's seamless. Yeah, it's not bad, right? So again, the lesson today is just looping. It's just learning how to use your loop pedal. I mean, really, from there on the gig, I would then stack the next part. There's actually 2 parts. If you don't know the song, definitely check it out. We'll do this in a minute here. We'll play along with Chris Isaak, but let's just get started by just me showing you B minor, A, and E. Okay, B minor, A, E. What key are we in? Is that a good question? We'll talk about that a little bit later. But we'll want to know that for some improvisation. It's kind of a B Dorian flavor here that they have going on. So it's the key of A major, okay? And that will allow us to kind of add some fills and all that stuff too. So the first thing you want to get is a signature kind of iconic riff. I mean, if you have a Bigsby, you can go wow, wow, but I'm going to do it on a jazz guitar, where I might just do octaves. I mean, again, think about how Wes Montgomery played a lot of those pop songs from the 60s on his more pop style recordings. He did it his way. So right now I've got an archtop guitar, my old Gibson. So I might just go do, 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 do. Okay, I'm going to walk you through this. Then it does it again. You could just do single notes too, like. So here's a real riff. That's the first time. And the second time. Almost a little 2/5 lick. 1, 2, make sure I get that rhythm right. Let's do that again. So there's a loop. Okay, we've got the 3 chords: B minor, A, and E for 2 measures. And then here we go. 4, 1, 4, 1. And then second time. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Da, 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 da. Those are chord note triplets. And there's a little 2/5 licks. Let's do that again for practice. I'm just jamming on it. 4, 1. Ba, da, da, da. Bo, da, da, da. And that lick was. Okay, well, basically we're on the E chord there. You can noodle around all you want later. But the open string, and if you want to, you could have fun doing octaves. You know, experiment, explore, especially when, you know, when you have a low key gig and you want to just kind of have fun. And then this like, and I'll show you some improvisation ideas as well if you really want to take it out and jam on it. That will be a bonus video on Patreon, so the platinum tier. But this is just a basic looping lesson here. That was on 4-1, 4-1, 2, 3. You just go by feel. Chord note triplets. Let's do that again. You slide into it. If you have a Bixby, whammy, go for it. Now here's the next part. 4. And when you listen to the recording, it's a little there's some variations, and it's kind of a 2 guitar mix. But I'm doing this. So the riff is B minor. So I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then 1 and 4 and 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3, 4, 1. There's a little variation, doesn't matter. 2, 3, 4. Let's give it a try. Thirds for fun. Maybe sixes. You know, have fun with it. And then we have the melody. So you can layer on all these parts and mix and match, and you know, if you have some effects, put on some reverb, some tremolo, some whammy, some Bixby. But again, I'm just doing a really simple looping version, as if I'm doing my bar gig with my jazz guitar. Now we got to get that melody down for the first verse. Right up the B minor scale. And I'm just kind of ad-libbing around what Chris Isaak is singing. B minor. So he goes up to the D, the third of the B minor. And that's it. So the first one is that's the first phrase. Do, 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 do. He does this, but on a live version, he goes a little blue note there. I like the blue note more. The second time. And you can stay on one string. This is just a B minor, the first 5 notes of the scale. It's not Dorian, it's not blues, it's just the first 5 notes of the minor scale, which could be Aeolian or harmonic minor or Dorian. You can stay on one string. Add some, you know, the one string idea is really nice because it's so lyrical. If you want to get that blue note, the flat 5. And then I don't know the exact words, so I'm not gonna. But and then just like the intro almost. Then there's a little background. Or actually, it might be thirds here. Again, I'm just kind of learning by listening to some recordings, the original studio recordings, some live versions. you know, and then coming up with my own version. Essentially, that's what's important. I like it on one string. Maybe practice that. Let's do it again for fun, just for practice. A little fatter with my thumb. Make it do it in octaves even, like all the West. And then here's that next part, the higher part. I never dreamed that. Little filler. And then this is the chorus, same chords the whole time. And that's the chorus. With you, riff. Bixby. And then next verse. So there you go. That's a really simple loop version of Wicked Games by Chris Isaak. I'm going to explore this further, and I'll put this on at the Platinum tier Patreon level with some improvisation, explore. I mean, we could do a lot of other cool things like using harmonics, you know, to make it kind of more moody. We'll see. Something like that. I don't know. Is it open string harmonics? And we can do the little triad thing. Some improv. There's a lot of things we can explore and jam on the song and turn a 3-minute song into and exploring a 20-minute jam song. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson on looping. Let me know. I'm going to be doing a lot more looping lessons because that's a lot of what I do, and I'll take song requests as well. So